Hey everyone, Stoney here, Cripple Creek Micro Farm. Got this fancy new video camera here. Worked once or twice, previous videos, but now it seems to be giving me some headaches on getting them uploaded. I had a nice video shot for you earlier, update around the farm. I've said it before, I'll probably keep saying it. It's a good thing that I know how to grow my own food and I farm, as opposed to being a video editor, or I would starve to death. So, using the webcam. Sorry if it's choppy, sorry if the audio is kind of screwy. But I'm long overdue for an update video, so here you are. Not a whole lot going on lately. Grim and I have been working really hard on reinforcing the crippled part of the farm name. We've both been twisted up pretty good lately. A lot of things, the older you get, the more they hurt and the slower you recover. But we're getting there. In addition to that, the weather here hasn't been real cooperative. Lots of rain, lots of wind. Just, it makes it real difficult to get a lot of the things done that we need to have done around here. It is what it is, but we're getting there. We did manage to get the tin roof put on the old shed. The chicks, I think, are 2 months old now, and they've been integrating with the older chickens with no issues. They've integrated well enough that they've been let out to do their free range with the rest of the flock without worrying about wandering off or anything like that. Got some new plum trees and a couple of filbert nut trees to put in. What else? Yeah, that's really about all. That's about all that we've accomplished lately. But we keep going. Soon the weather's supposed to break, maybe by the end of this weekend, and we'll actually have some mid-spring, early summer type weather, and get a lot more things done. And as soon as I figure out how this dumb video camera works, I'll be updating you on what we managed to accomplish. A couple of conversations that have been going around lately that I wanted to touch on. This past week there were anti-GMO, anti-Monsanto rallies. Hundreds of cities, thousands of people, mainly focused here in the United States, and I personally find it very odd that the United States is supporting this so wholeheartedly. I'm not getting into the politics. I'm not going to do it. They've been thrown out of the EU, European Union, countries like Russia, Japan, China, most of the European Union. They're all pressuring Washington, D.C. to accept the scientific findings regarding GMO crop and its environmental and health risks. We'll see what happens. But the conversations that have been going on are things like, besides waving your no GMO sign around at the rally, what can you do to beat these guys? Well, my experience in the world out there, when you're dealing with a company or a corporation, the best way to fight them is to go for the pocketbook. Well, how do you hurt a company that has practically limitless funding, very deep pockets, and friends in the government? Now, you don't spend your money on anything that's going to end up on their profit margin. You know, if you don't like the guy down the road at the garage, you don't take your car there for him to work on, so he's not spending your money to buy his groceries and whatnot. Common sense. Well, oh, sorry, I forgot. Common sense is almost forbidden these days. Be aware of where your food comes from. You know, the average food product in the United States today travels 1,200 miles to get to the consumer. Absolutely ridiculous. We're in Montana. We're known for cowboys and cattle. And a lot of the beef that comes through the stores in Montana started out here as calves, but it's traveled from calf to final market 3,000 miles. They ship them out somewhere else to finish them off and fatten them up, and then they ship them somewhere else to have them give them maintenance feed until they're ready for butcher, and then they ship them somewhere else to butcher, and then they ship them back here for us to buy. And it's, you know, the cow down the road, it makes no sense. You need to know these things. So anyway, back to the GMO conversation. How do you beat these guys? First of all, for all kinds of reasons, grow your own food. Grow your own food. Buy seeds that are certified non-GMO. You can find a list on the internet. Their companies have taken what they call the Seed Safe Pledge or a Safe Seed Pledge. They're non-GMO. It doesn't matter where you live. You can grow your own food. High-rise apartment in the Northeast, north-facing windows only. You know, working like a dog, only home long enough to shower and sleep and go back and do it again. Yeah, excuses. You know, if you have any kind of a space, indoor or outdoor, regardless, you can find seeds for plants that prefer shade or partial shade. You got that north-facing window, you can put your shelf in the window with your plants on it and put aluminum foil behind it to reflect more light into the pots. You can get, this is crazy, you can get self-watering, what are they? Self-watering container garden units. You like check the water once a week. How lazy can you get and still produce your own food? Seriously. You can grow potatoes in 5-gallon buckets. Here on YouTube, look, growing potatoes in 5-gallon buckets. Look it up. Put it on your patio. Upside down tomato planters. You can grow a lot more than tomatoes in those things. You can grow strawberries. You can grow bell peppers. You can put herbs in your kitchen window. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. Okay? None. If you do not have time in the morning when you're drinking your cup of coffee to pour another cup of water into the top of an upside down tomato planter, you probably don't have time to eat, and you deserve to have GMO cardboard crap stuffed down your throat from a fast food restaurant. A lot of legal issues out there in some of these conversations about, You know, grow your own food. Grow your own food. This is something I hound on. I've been hounding on it for years. Grow your own, grow your own, grow your own. Well, somebody asked something the other day, and I said, plant. Well, the only south-facing I have is my front yard. Great. Plant in your front yard. Somebody else jumps on there and says, that's illegal. It's against city regulation. Let's see. If I have an apple tree in my front yard and it just happens to produce Red Delicious or the perfect Granny Smith pie apple, if I pick up one of those apples and eat it, I've broken the law? Come on, get over it. There's actually tons of flowers out there where the flower is edible. They're selling dishes of flower salad at fancy places in the big cities for $35. Grow flowers. They just happen to be edible. Well, yeah, okay. You know what? You're taking control of your own health, your own food, and you're helping the environment. You're cutting down on fuel consumption for travel of foods from production to the supermarket. There's no excuses. Absolutely none whatsoever. Produce something of your own. Make the effort. Stop buying into the crap. Well, you know, Stone, my life goes 100 miles an hour, and, you know, I've got an hour commute to work and back, and blah, blah, blah. Stop. Just stop. Get a self-watering container unit. On Sunday, I'm sure you have a half an hour to spare. Stick your finger in the little hole, check the water, fill it up. You know, once you start doing this stuff, you're going to want to do more and more of it. You're going to want to do it more full time, and you'll start figuring out that other people are doing the same thing. And then you can get into, well, you're growing this and I'm growing that, and so let's trade off. You could potentially have a full array of fresh foods just by doing that. And, you know, it's, like I said, there's no excuse. There's no excuse not to at least make the best effort to grow something of your own. And learn how to prepare fresh foods. It's not the same as supermarket food all the time. Learn how to prepare fresh food. Learn how to preserve it, so that when you harvest all those tomatoes off of your upside down tomato plant that you have hanging on the shower rod, you know how to preserve those so you can enjoy your own all natural, chemical free, non-altered tomato for months after harvest. No excuses, folks. If you want to beat these guys, hit them in the pocketbook and grow your own food. Thanks for watching. I'll update you as soon as I figure out how this other camera works properly and we get some more things accomplished around here with better weather and better bodies. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.